So, you have a brand new student or person to your church. Hooray, congratulations, that's so exciting. Now, how do we make sure that they return? Well, without seeming weird or creepy or old and out of touch. See, here's the thing. We all want our students to attend our church. We want them also to feel comfortable and then hopefully ultimately find a home at our church or in our group or with our student ministry. And so a visitor is great, but a returning guest is even better. See, in this podcast, in this episode, what I want to do is I'm going to share with you our step-by-step guest follow-up process and the physical and in-person product that we are using to turn our process hybrid. And I want to give you this box artwork. So go ahead and you can scrub ahead. You can click the link down below in the description or go to where I start talking about the box design in this YouTube playlist, and you can go ahead and grab that link from us and go check it out. If you're following along here on YouTube, just a reminder, there are chapters down along at the bottom so that you can skip straight ahead to the parts of the video that make the most sense to you. But just as a reminder, hybrid is taking your in-person moment and your digital and finding a way to intersect them together. So my guess is, give me a like if you are the type of person who, when you have a student, you send them a postcard. Or go ahead and give me a subscribe if maybe not just a postcard, but you're also sending a text message, right? So early on, I would send postcards. And I still do send postcards as the way that I was kind of trained, and I even, like, as a youth group student, received postcards, and I still do believe in the power of the personal touch, and I think that mail does actually play an important role in youth ministry, and I think students don't receive mail very often, so I think it's helpful and beneficial for them to get it. Text messages, I do also believe they're important, especially as we talk about hybrid and the intersection of that hybrid being where it often lands in the hands and in the palms of a student's cell phone. But I don't know about you, but I send a postcard and it's like crickets. Or I send a text, and one time, literally, I sent a text from my personal cell phone number, and I got the word stop. Like, no, this was not an automated text. Like, this is a human being, but okay, got it. I'll stop. So, enter COVID. When COVID hit, for those of you watching, linked up here is our 100th episode where I did a recap about where this all sort of hybrid thing started. But we created this full-scale and full-length digital expression of youth ministry, like a full, almost like YouTube variety show. Think like Jimmy Fallon, but youth ministry and YouTube. And so our COVID experience was so much more of an elevated experience than just your traditional, let's stick the camera in the back of the room and let's hope that people tune in to us doing youth ministry on a stage to an empty room. Like, we tried to make it for YouTube, and a part of that show was students could text in when they were new, and if we got new responses, we would go and we would do a drop at their door. And those door drops were fantastic. Somehow, like a rubber duck had sort of become the unofficial mascot of our show. And so therefore, we would drop a rubber duck and a postcard, but we would do a physical door drop at their house and at their door. And so I would then get students or even parents come talk to me on the weekends and be like, thank you so much. I mean, long gone now were the days of the unanswered texts or the postcards sent into a black hole. Like, now I'm getting students and parents who are actually acknowledging our efforts and acknowledging us helping roll out the red carpet to help make them feel welcome. It was a great response, but unfortunately, due to like where I lived and how regionally drawn our church was and how far students drove to come and attend our campus, and the fact that they could do it online now, so they didn't have to get in the car and come drive a certain distance to our church, it took my whole day. Like, I remember one Thursday, so our youth night was Wednesday. One Thursday, I spent like 9 to 5 in the car just doing these door drops. And so I was just, I was like, I guess that's part of the job, right? But I was talking to my boss, and I was like, hey, like, I spent my whole Thursday driving around, and it was so great, and I was telling him all the great things, and he's like, you spent your whole day driving? And I was like, well, I mean, yeah. And he's like, let's change that. And so what we started doing, as opposed to like the physical me getting in my car, taking it and putting it on their doorstep, we started taking the same concept, getting it to their hands. But instead of me doing it, we started paying the post office to do it, as if there were some sort of service that could take something from point A to point B, and that is woven all throughout the fabric of our country. Ding, it's the post office. So we started shipping things, and it was expensive. Don't get me wrong, we created like a branded box, and now it's like we had to include a little bit more than just a duck and a postcard so that the box didn't seem boring and empty, but we started shipping it. And so that strategy, we kind of laid that over and carried that over here where I work now. And I started for the first probably like 2 years of my tenure here at this church with text message follow-up for first-time guests. And I can count on one finger the amount of times I got a response. And that response was, in those 2 years, the word stop. So I said, hey, listen, maybe I'm just too old for this. Like, I'm in my mid-30s, and maybe students are like, that's weird to text the guy in his 30s. Or maybe text messages to students who they don't have the contact info from, especially from a phone number that is not local. I live in DFW, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. My phone number is from Dayton, Ohio. Like, there is a massive difference in those two area codes. And so they see someone down here with an 817 area code seeing a 937 area code. They don't know what to do with it. So they ghost it, as they do. And so I suggested and I proposed, what if we bring back the boxes? And so what I want to do is I want to share with you this right here. This is our welcome box. It's branded, it's custom for us. And so if you look on all the sides, it's got a little, it's great to meet you. It's got a yay, you're here. And then the top here says welcome, along with a return address and a spot for us to put their address. And then on the back, it's got our social handles. And what I want to do is I want to go through step by step, item by item, and unbox this here with you. And so one of the things that we do is every single semester, about 3 times a year, we do like a fall, we do a winter, and then we do a summer calendar. And what we do is we make our calendars into magnets. And so you look here, this is a magnet. It's about 8 inches long. And so truth be told, this box right here is about 8 inches, and it's 8 inches because the magnet is 8 inches. I made the decision to make the box the same size as the magnet, and so then I made sure that everything from the size of the magnet on down would be able to fit into the box. So we put the magnet in there. The magnet has all of our events, and you'll also notice here's an opportunity to go hybrid. This right here is just a link to subscribe to the .ics or the calendar type things. It's a calendar extension. You can get it from like creating a Google calendar, a Google calendar, and then you can share that out. And so that's what we did. And so students can add this and subscribe to their calendar. We haven't gotten as many of those from students, but I know we've gotten some scans from parents. And also we give a specific and particular leader magnet, and so our leaders also can go ahead and scan that. And so that is our magnet. We also have this sticker here, and these, frankly, they're just laying around. We got these for free, so these didn't really cost us anything. And so far, I want to point out, these we already print. Like, we already pay for these for our students, and these are already laying around. So far, we're $0 into the box. Don't worry, it gets more expensive. This right here is just a little promo and nod to our social media. And so down the road, we will send them this postcard that simply says, life can be hard. You don't have to do it alone. This is a QR code to our link tree. And then here's just a little preview of our church's YouTube handle right there, and probably our most popular video, which is, what is anxiety? What do I do about it if I have it? And what does God have to say about anxiety? And so we will send this out a couple weeks after we send the box out. This is a separate piece. This doesn't go in the box. That's sent later. This is an additional kind of piece of merch. And again, once again, we have just some stuff kind of laying around that we inherited from the old regime. And so as we try to like get rid of it, the little guest box checklist that we have is an extra piece of merch from our merch cabinet. So here's a piece of merch from our merch cabinet. Right here, this one's kind of unique, okay? We have a lanyard, and the reason that we have a lanyard, it's branded and all the things, is that right here, we do pins, right? Kind of like think like Disney pin trading. So we'll create pins, and this right here is our little mascot guy. We call him Pugsley, the platypus, because a baby platypus is a puggle. So one of our 6th graders one year recommended that we name him Pugsley, and so thus we did. And so we have this lanyard, and I actually have a lanyard for like my staff name tag lanyard, and this is full of pins. So like summer camp, Water Wars, the Back to School Bash, Space Jam Night, like any event that we deem pin worthy. So coming up, we'll have our Christmas at the Movies event. We've done costume parties. Any of those, they get designed. We just found a dude on Fiverr, and he designs these for us, and then we send these off to Sticker Mule, and Sticker Mule creates the pins. And so then we stick this pin. This is the like OG original Pugsley pin. It's just a traditional guy. He's just wearing like our logo on his t-shirt there. And we put the original pin on the lanyard for the students. And then right here, this says 3 for free. And this is a redeemable coupon at our student ministry cafe. They can turn this in and get 3 things for free. And then we have these life books. And these life books, we have gotten them from the Gideons, the Bible translator and the Bible providers. And so you can actually get these for free. And it's like the book of John with like some notes, and it's designed well and graphically. And so you've probably seen these before. And truth be told, I like these. I also like the Life in 6 Words book that comes from Dare to Share. But these, we had like 3 cases of these, again, from the old regime. And so we're like, let's go ahead and give these away. When these run out, we may reorder these. We may do a different sort of devotional. But this is like the one sort of like devotional, sort of like spiritual piece. And then that's now the emptiness of the box. And so you look down at the box there, and you'll see it's got this word right here. It's got some copy, and it simply says, "Hey there, we're so glad you joined us. Meet Pugsley, our platypus mascot, voted on and named by our students. We love it when students invest in student ministry. So in this box, you will find everything that you need to get started." And then it's a numbered list. You'll see 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1, this lanyard is a great spot to hold pins. Number 2, we started you with your first one, and there's more to come at our pin events and milestones throughout the year. Number 3, this life book is a great place to find out about what Jesus is all about. Number 4, some other random stuff, because we wanted you to know how glad we are that you joined us. We can't wait to get to know you. And then the very last piece of it, my favorite piece of it, the piece that I think makes it hybrid, is right when you open the box, you'll see this QR code here, and it just says, "Welcome video, scan me." And so we'll have students who are new, they'll open this up theoretically on their porch, on their patio, wherever. They will scan it, and then we'll take them to a video right here. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see a preview of it. But linked right here, linked below, is what I want to do. Is I want to offer you the art for this box. If you want to start creating your own, I'll also give you like a detailed tutorial of like where I ordered it from, as well as the copy for the welcome video. And you can feel free to film that, throw that on a teleprompter, memorize it, however you want to film it. And you can start creating better welcome and better guest returns for your youth ministry and for your student ministry. And once again, here's the reason that I like this, is because this gets them connected to us. This, at a very minimum, one of the sections on this video right here says, we're so glad that you came, and also welcome to our YouTube channel. And if you've been around this podcast or this YouTube playlist, any link, or a YouTube channel, any length of time, you know that 95% of teenagers are claiming to be active on YouTube. And so therefore, I think we as youth ministries should make that a priority. We in our student ministry have made it a priority. And so I think that that's a fantastic way to expose, in a sort of like non-threatening way, expose your students to your channel. Then maybe next time they log into their YouTube account, one of our videos shows up because they've already watched one, or maybe they like that video, maybe they subscribe to that video, and now we're in their subscriptions with all of our teachings and all of those types of things, which, by the way, I can explain and show to you how to start posting your teachings to YouTube so that they live beyond your Sunday or Wednesday services. That video is going to be linked right here on screen, and I can't wait for you to take a look at that, because we're trying to make digital discipleship here at the Hybrid Ministry Podcast easy, possible, and accessible. So as always, don't forget to stay hybrid.